Good day and welcome to Gaining Vision with Melanie Taddeo-Nxumalo. While I was in South Africa, I had a beautiful opportunity to visit several special schools for learners with disabilities. The first school I visited was PRINSHOF School for the Blind in Pretoria, and this was a wonderful experience. I was able to meet with some of the Department of Education as well as the educators and principal of the school to learn more about the education system in South Africa for individuals with disabilities. I was then presented a presentation by the principal to learn more about the school and how they help the learners progress through their education time with the school. It was very interesting to learn the different techniques they use, as well as then to have a guided tour of the facility itself. It was beautiful to see how engaged the learners were and how the educators love their students. It is very refreshing to hear the importance of Braille still, as well as the need to learn to introduce computers and accessible technology as they get older. Like all special schools, there are extra costs that go into running a school like this. Yes, they receive funding from the Department of Education and the government. However, the learners need to pay school fees, and the school requires to do lots of fundraising for special projects and equipment such as braillers, assistive devices, etc., to help the school be successful and the learners to benefit fully. I encourage you all to go on their website, check out their social media, and learn how you can get involved. Perhaps it's not monetary, but perhaps you have some expertise or experience that you can share with them. These schools are done from a heart-centered focus, and each learner is happy in their learning environment. So this was a joy to visit the school, and I wanted to thank the Department of Education for arranging the visit, for the special school advisor, as well as the principal and staff of the school. Until next time, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and share, and we'll see you next time.
In our school, we've got 458 learners, of whom 288 stays 24/7 in 9 hostels. So we are kind of independent, I want to say, with all due respect to 20 West, but we are there to support other schools as well, because the knowledge must be shared. We cannot keep the knowledge ourselves, and we ourselves are learning every day, as I see. Our vision, I think our biggest vision is excellence, and that we believe makes a learner even more independent, because they can choose where do they want to go to and what activity do they want to do, and they enjoy it immensely. We are in a panic state sometimes because we've got to know where they are and are they safe, and is there people invigilating for the safety. But I think it goes very well. Our learners qualify when they do work in classrooms and assessments. They do qualify for extra time. Some learners, like anybody, like all of us, some are not so technology energized, but some learners pick it up like there's no tomorrow. I see the learners are so resilient. They just bloom. They love it to sit in front of the computers. Then as we go on, we have to start upgrading programs. So from grade 4 to grade 9, they start with more comprehensive tasks on computer. They can even type their own assessment tasks on computer. In the afternoons, we make the centers available should they get a task where they have to go and do research. Then the computer laboratory is there. And then in grade 10 to 12, we expose them to new assistive devices. Our sighted learners, each of them get a tablet. And on that tablet, they have the software to be able to work with enlargements, showing video clips, teachers being able to send them on a mail tasks and things like that. They learn how to work with that. And our blind learners, we found that the orbit an assistive device which is like a tablet for a blind person. Learners are really enjoying that. In a nutshell, this is PRINSHOF School. We're trying our best. There's 152 staff members. It is a day.
That we are going to visit is upstairs, but I thought we would just want to show you we have a very small computer center for the braille learners. So the grade 2 and 3 braille learners, they start with the computer literacy here.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. I hope you enjoy.
But this is where they teach basic braille skills, and we also have the audio program on here where the learners can listen to what they must type. So the grade 3s of last year were quite good.
Yeah.
They have their fingers on the right
keyboard.
Yeah. They know it's A, S, D, F. They know how to type. So they are quite catching up. So they do the word like we always do, and basic computer skills. Document. I can print it on the printer for the sighted people, or you can translate it to Dutch. Do you know Dutch? Yes. And then it comes on this printer. Do you know the printer? Yes. Okay, so you're fine. So you won't be able to print that in braille because that is columns. We need to adapt that. The columns do not print in braille here. We need to make a new document without that. So we have documents, the same lesson, one for sighted and then we have one for braille. So it is a lot of admin work for the teacher. I do miracles. You can see the books. There are thousands of books going through this printing shop every year. And there are some of the books that she just printed. I think one about anyone. This one, yes. Okay. You can see this is a reading book. Okay. So this is yours. And we do it uncontracted for the bigger. It's only grade 1 that do uncontracted, and in the special classes we do uncontracted because they are difficult to remember the contracted words. The 2 men are doing the sighted work and Avo the braille work, so they work. This is you from Michelle Buerta. She's the head of the department intermediate phase. She teaches Afrikaans, first additional and family language, and also pre-established. But what we want you to show you is this camera that we use for the partially sighted learners.
Everyone can come in, you can spread around. I don't have learners at the moment, so you can use the whole class.
You can stand.
You're welcome. Okay, so where other mainstream schools would have a blackboard or a whiteboard where the learners can see what the teacher is teaching, we have this closed circuit camera and TV system where whatever I want the learners to see and to learn or to write down, I could place under the camera and then it reflects on the monitors. The camera is called a flipper, is also able to zoom in for learners whose sight is not as good as others. Learners with albinism usually can just work with the normal size, but then we have a few learners with other eye conditions like CVI or cortical visual impairment that we have to zoom in quite a lot for them. So learners learn to be patient with each other and take turns and have empathy with each other while they are working. Okay, and then we can also adjust the brightness of the screen for some of the learners. You can put it in black and white. You can see there it is quite a lot clearer if it's not in color. And then for some of the learners who are light sensitive, we can put a black background, and then the content is displayed in white. And again, also for the learners who are light sensitive, our classrooms are equipped with blinds, so that if a learner is sitting close to a window and the light is problematic for them, we can close the blinds. That's why we also painted those windows with white paint. So we are also very conscientious about where you place each learner, also to accommodate their light sensitivity as well. So yes, then we try and place each learner close to a TV screen, and then when I have languages, I have Braille and partially sighted together, then I place the Braille in the middle and the partially sighted learners at the screens. And you can just see here, this is the work that we are currently busy with now. You can see everything is enlarged. We use a standard 18 font, and then if we have a learner who cannot read the 18 font, we have a font screening page with different font sizes and font types on it, and then they can see which ones works best for them. They will personally print their books for them in that font. Very sorry. Here you can see we also adapt our learning and teaching material. It's all still mainstream content, but we've taken out the learning content, put that into notes. So when they have to study, they know that which is on the paper is what they have to learn. They don't have to go and look in between activities and tire their eyes before they've even started learning. And then the activities are then in a separate book. So that just spares their eyes, because we know they get tired quickly. And for grade 4, because they still struggle with looking up and writing from the screen and looking in the book, we have activity books where they can just complete in the activity book. Then as they go to grade 5 and grade 6, we prepare them and practice that skill of looking up and then writing into a book. And then we've got specially printed writing scripts with thicker, broader lines and darker lines, not the watermark lines that we get in mainstream writing books, so that they can do their classwork.
When you said this is a camera flipper, Melanie, do you have something similar to this?
We do.
You have something more advanced?
We have this, but we also use the smart boards. So they go to the students, the learners, have a laptop. So the teacher will use the whiteboard and it goes directly to their laptop. And they have the software on there to enlarge it if they need a larger font or the color contrast.
Wow, so you've really incorporated ICT. That's wonderful. It's wonderful if you have those resources.
Very good. But it's, this is my favorite because it's old school. And you can defend it. You don't have to worry about the technology. So this is great.
Yes, but we would love our learners to have access to your